So we didn't do one page from yesterday's lesson lesson 2, day 1, Reader's Notebook. And that page was about words that show ownership. So I wanted to talk a little bit about that. Here are some examples of words that show ownership. Rather than say, the hat of Eileen is pretty, I could say, Eileen's hat is pretty. And when I wrote Eileen's hat, I would write it like this. Eileen. Then I put an apostrophe with no letter underneath it, S. Instead of saying the food of the dog looks tasty, I could say the dog's food looks tasty, and I would write dogs like this. First I would write the word dog, then I would put an apostrophe, and then I would put an S. So Eileen's hat, the dog's food. So when I say that a word shows ownership, I just mean that something belongs to that word, like Eileen's. Something belongs to Eileen. It was her hat. Something belongs to the dog, and it was the dog's food. Okay, so anyway, that's what we're talking about here in this lesson. And yes, this is first grade, and they're already teaching you about possessive nouns, because you're going to see some possessive nouns in your story. They're words that show that something belongs to them. So here's some possessive nouns. This one says boys, like the boy's dad is a doctor. Man's. The man's car, what belongs to the man? A car. The man's car is yellow. Hens. The hen's chick says pew, pew, pew. Cats. The cat's dish of food is empty. I should say his food dish is empty. The cat's food dish is empty. So these are all possessive nouns. They're words that show ownership. So basically we're just going to match these words that show ownership to the pictures. It says one bag. Now, who owns that bag? The boy does. One boy's bag. So I'm going to write the word boy, and then I'm going to write an apostrophe. When you make an apostrophe, you touch the top line and just little. No letters go underneath it. And you put the S over here. One boy's bag. Now this, it looks like a cat, and there's his dish of food. I already did boys. A cat's dish. I'm going to circle the word cats and write down the word cats. Cat, apostrophe S. Oops, that didn't quite come out right. Cat's dish. Okay, so now we're going to move down here. Okay, hens. One hen's nest. What belongs to the hen? Her nest. So the word hens shows that she owns something, and it's her nest. I know I obeyed the rule if there's nothing underneath my apostrophe. A glove. Oh my goodness. I switched them. So I'm going to show you what to do when I make a mistake. Over here I said one boy's bag, and didn't that look like a boy? But I wasn't looking ahead. That's actually a man's bag. So let's first just write down a boy's glove. The glove belongs to the boy. He owns it. So we're going to make this into a possessive noun by putting an apostrophe and an S. So with your eraser, I want you to erase this, except you know what? You don't have this book. So I'll show you what to do if you have a marker. You put one line through it, and then you put the answer somewhere else that's close to where it's supposed to be. And there you have it, the correct answer. One man's bag. Okay, so there's your lesson on possessive nouns or words that show ownership. Okay, we're going to talk about details. We're going to be talking about how captions give, help give details of pictures. So over here, this word bank says vests, paddles, river, boat, flowers. And so we're going to be making a caption for this, actually captions for this, that are going to tell more details about this picture. So it says Mac is in the vests, paddles, river, boat, or flowers. Okay, I think we want to say that Mac is in the boat. So in this caption that we're writing that tells more details about this picture, we're going to write that Mac is in the boat. I already know that one of those people in there is named Mac, and it's probably that boy. Ma and Dad have, by the way, we did boat already. What do they have? What are those called? They have paddles. So I'm going to write the word paddles here in my caption that's underneath this picture that's going to tell us more about it. Ma and Dad have paddles. We will, well, there's really not a word up here that I can use. I think that you could say, we will have fun. Let's try that one. We will, no, let's say we will wear vests, because then I can use this word. This is all up to me right here. We will wear vests. Okay, let's read this caption we wrote that told more details about this picture. Mac is in the boat. Ma and Dad have paddles. We will wear vests. Okay, so let's move on to this next one. Okay, this is about consonants B and G. And B says B and G says G. And we're going to say the name of the picture, and whatever the ending sound is, we're going to write it. So not the beginning sound, not the middle sound, but the ending sound. So this is a bib. Bib. What letter spells B? B. Okay, we're listening for the ending sound, and he's going to dig. So dig. Dig. What sound do you hear at the end of dig? G. What spells G? G. This is a tub. Tub. What sound do you hear at the end of tub? B. And what spells B? B. And B is a bat and a ball. Okay, we're listening for ending sounds. This is a bag. 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 What's the ending sound? G. What spells G? G. And here we have a pig. Pig. Ending sound is G. And how do we spell G? With a G. And this is a crib. Crib. What's the ending sound? B. And how do you spell B? With a B. Okay. So, let's see. The last page that we're going to do is our spelling practice. Day 2 spelling practice. Let's go ahead and look at our words. And let me make them bigger. Maybe you can see them on your screens, maybe. Okay, ready and read. If. And who's going to be spelling these on Friday? You are. And you're going to make 100% because you're going to say them slowly and hear each of the sounds and write the letters that spell those sounds. So if is spelled with IF. Is spelled with IS. Don't get that one wrong. Remember, the ending S makes the Z sound. Him. Rip. See how we spell each of those sounds? Rip. R-I-P. Fit. F-I-T. Pin. P-I-N. Because when you spread it out, in. Those 3 sounds, p, n, are spelled with a P, an I, and an N. Okay, let's go ahead and zoom back out. Okay, so just like last week, these spelling words are all missing their vowel sound. And today's vowel, this week's vowel sound for our spelling test is I. Every single one of your spelling words has an I in it. So if you don't have an I in every one of your spelling words, then you know you got them wrong, or at least the one that doesn't have an I in it. So we're going to go ahead and add the I's to our spelling words. They just put the beginning and ending sounds, but not the middle sounds. Oh, over here, I was the beginning sound. And here too. Okay, so these words you need to write right here. So fit is F-I-T. Pin. P-I-N. Rip. R-I-P. I'm writing down all the letters that spell the sounds I hear. If. Him. Im. And is. 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 Okay, so we're done with our day 2 Reader's Notebook. Bye-bye.